Good evening and welcome to Fifth Period. My name is Miss Haley Smith, and I'm the seventh grade woodwinds band teacher. So we, as directors, spent a lot of time this summer dreaming up what band is going to be like this year. And we met together, we met with other directors in Washington State and even from around the country, just to brainstorm ideas and hear from one another about what is the motivation to meet together here. Um, Obviously what it has been in the past is to play music together and to hear one another. That's it's very clear from student feedback so far on various forms and whatnot that they're itching to get back to that as well. So we put together some goals that are oriented towards getting back to that and perfecting our musicianship and getting better and improving in the meantime. The first one is identifying and demonstrating habits of effective musicianship. It includes posture, it includes good breathing technique, it includes instrument care, it includes how to make a good sound with embouchure and all of those things. Secondly, we are working to create a characteristic sound on our instruments and continually develop playing technique. Thirdly, one of our goals is to share our music progress with our families and community. So you're going to hear in a minute a little bit more about how we plan to do that. And sooner rather than later, you'll hear how we plan to share it with the community as well. Practice expectations. This is more important than ever. We are missing out on that daily rehearsal time. So we do recommend 20 to 30 minutes per day of practice. They can do that as their homework during the second half of the school day, which is kind of cool to get it done early. But you probably have heard from them that they need a private place to practice free of distractions. That just brings back memories of my parents like throwing my sisters and I in the basement and telling us to practice in a faraway place. We recognize that that might not be a possibility for you, and if that is the case, please reach out to us, myself or any of the other directors. We're here to work with you on what that could look like for your specific situation. Other considerations for this particular situation, we will be every now and then supplementing the band book, which is Essential Technique Book 3. It's got a teal stripe on the top. We'll be supplementing that with our own printable materials. So the students on their week at a glance will be asked to print out 1 or 2 pages with some more fun songs to perform, to play. If you are interested in providing your child private lessons, again, I really, really recommend visiting this mercerislandbands.com/accompanist. Those are tried and true lessons teachers that we've had on the island over the years, and one by one they're learning how to transfer their craft onto Zoom, which in some ways perhaps would be easier on everyone than it was in the past, having to travel and things like that. So please take a look. We just cannot stress how important private lessons are to the students' musicianship. And again, I'm here if you have any questions about that. Curriculum wise, we're so excited to continue. We made the decision to just continue as usual for the curriculum, but it does look different. The way that we do the actual learning looks different. We want to do a lot of playing as much as possible, so we've added a bunch of songs that the students probably recognize to work on as a group. So while you're used to hearing concerts representing lots of different kinds of sounds, we've made possible some fun songs for them that are all the same notes. They're all playing in unison, we call it, so that we can work on them together and they can play something that they know. You might start hearing those during our classes or during their practice time. That's also a great way for us to continue to teach rhythm and making a good sound, things about embouchure, things like that. And we're just really excited to make that possible for them. We're learning together about how to do some community building over Zoom. We're making use of breakout rooms. We are trying to get creative about how to maximize on what's only possible or what's more possible now than in the past. Talking to some high school students about connecting with us as middle schoolers, and also connecting down to elementary schools when possible. So that's not something that's that's always a thing we can do. And I'm personally quite excited to see the mentorship that might be able to go on there. Go to the next slide here. Our grading also looks different. You might have noticed we're doing total points this year. Our grades are not weighted, but our two categories, we do split them into categories still, are band musicianship and assignments, assessments, and performance. So band citizenship, rather. That's just our students are expected to be prepared with all materials. We do click through the Zoom and see that they have their instrument and see that they have their camera on when necessary, see that they are following the directions that we've given, following the procedures that we've given. That's part of how we teach them how to be a member of something. It's really important, and we're working with them on that. We feel strongly about that. And of course, they're expected to follow class directions as we give them. We'll be adding a band citizenship grade rather than the engagement grade. So I know other teachers in the school perhaps call it engagement. We're calling it citizenship. Secondly, the assignments, assessments, and performance is really everything else. You'll hear them working on periodic playing assessments, as usual, even when there's not a pandemic, we do that. Music literacy, as I mentioned earlier, and melodic excerpts and etudes, band/chamber arrangements, the smaller group activities are referenced there. Concerts. We have no idea if that's going to be something that we get to participate in. There's lots of room for creativity there. I just wanted to add them just in case. One can dream, right? The attendance, proper dress code, and post-concert reflections are always a part of that. Crossing my fingers that this year includes that in some way. Okay, future calendar. I'm just going to say a schedule for in-person events will be released if and when we are able. If we're able to do this in the future, we'll have an opt-in, totally optional, district-approved in-person coaching session with small groups. We're looking into this cross our vertical teams. They're doing this at the high school, and we're looking into it at the middle school as well. Again, if the students and if you are comfortable with a very, very small group, socially distanced playing situation happening at the school when it's not smoky, that's something we'd really like to encourage. Completely optional, I want to say that. All options to play together have been discussed with the district, and we, like you, are eager to make sure that students can get together in a safe way if you so choose. I want to alert you to the Mercer Island Schools Band Boosters program. We owe so much to them. We meet monthly, and this team of parent volunteers works to provide opportunities for students and teachers to flourish here in the Islander Middle School Band program. You can take some time to check out their website. They've got a whole bunch of resources listed on how to enhance your child's band experience. And they also work very, very tirelessly to put together Band Together, which is our annual fundraiser. Lots of fun, and just stay tuned for what that could look like this year. I want to take a moment here at the end to say thank you to the Mercer Island Schools Foundation, the Mercer Island School Band Boosters, again, as well as the Fine Arts Advisory Council, the IMS PTSA, all of these groups. We could not function as we do without them. So thank you so much to those of you who are a part. I'm thinking of all kinds of different instruments in the band room that students are able to play, made possible by these communities. Also, and finally, thank you to you for your support of your child's music education, especially during this unknown time where that means that they are playing an instrument while you are working from home. It does not get more awkward than that. And again, if that is a tough situation for you right now, I encourage you to reach out and we can help solve that problem in that way. If you have any questions or concerns, please contact me. Again, my email is at the beginning of this slide deck. We hope you're just hanging in there. Yeah, have a great night.